Exponents and radicals. If you have a doubt on how to manipulate exponents and radicals, you are at the right place today. We are just going to kind of show a summary of how to manipulate radicals and exponents. This will be a kind of a small flashback. We did this one before. So we are going to show how to manipulate exponents and radicals. A lot of people have doubts sometimes on how to use these. So this one will be a good resource. So if I have x to the power of m times x to the power of n, it is x to the power of m plus n. Okay? That is very important. But make sure that x is not 0. And another one, when we have x to the power of m over x to the power of n, you can rewrite x to the power of m times x to the power of negative n is also equal to x to the power of m minus n. Okay? These are rules that are very well used. So if we have the power of power, x to the power of m to the power of n is also equal to x to the power of m times n. Just multiply the powers. Okay? And if you have xy to the power of n, you have to elevate both of the factors. So it is x to the power of n times y to the power of n. Okay? We have 6 to the cubed. Okay? 6 cubed times 6 to the power of 4. We can say then it is 6 to the power of 3 plus 4, 6 to the power of 7. Just applying our rules. Okay? And if we have 3 to the power of 8 over 3 cubed, we can say it's 3 power to the power of 8 minus 3 is equal to 3 to the power of 5. Okay? If we have 8 squared to the power of 7, we multiply the powers. It's 8 to the power of 2 times 7 is 8 to the power of 14. Okay? If we have 2x, the quantity 2x to the power of 4, we have to take the power of all factors, so 2 to the power of 4 times x to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16 times x to the power of 4. Okay? Makes things clear here. If we have x to the power of 0, x a non-zero, always 1. How? Because x to the power of 0 is x to the power of 1 over x to the power of 1, which is also equal to x to the power of 1 minus 1, which is also x to the power of 0. But if we simplify here, we get 1, right? Thank you. If now we take 500 to the power of 0, we can say it is 1. No matter how big the number is, it will be always 1. Okay? Let's say x to the power of negative n is also equal to 1 to the power of x to the power of n is equal to, like when you say y to the power of negative 2 is equal to 1 over y squared. 1 over x to the power of negative n is equal to x to the power of n. Alright? So 1 over 3 to the power of negative 3, we can say is equal to 3 cubed, which will be 3 times 3 times 3 is equal to 27. X to the power over y, x over y to the power of negative n is also equal to x to the power of negative n over y to the power of negative n. That makes it y to the power of n over x to the power of n is also equal to y over x to the power of n. Flipped, right? My favorite. Very good. We can use this one to show here 3 halves to the power of negative 2. We just flip the 2 and the 3. It's 2/3 squared is equal to 4 over 9. Okay. Now the radicals. So square root of x or n root of x is equal to n root of x to the power of 1 is equal to x to the power of 1 over n. Okay, very well used in integration and derivatives. I would say calculus. Okay, so nth root of x to the power of n is equal to x to the power of n over n is x to the power of 1 is x. Okay. Nth root of x to the power of m is equal to x to the power of m over n. Okay. This is how you relate radicals to exponents. A lot of calculations in calculus need this. They don't like the radicals. So let's try to simplify this one here. Minus 125 is equal to minus 5 cubed. And we know that the power of power, we multiply the powers. So we apply that here. So we get minus 5 cubed W6 x to the power of negative 9 over y cubed all to the power of 1/3. So each factor has to be having that exponent. So let's say minus 5, 3 times 1/3 is 1. W6, 6 times 1/3 is 2. X to the power negative 9, negative 9 times 1/3 is negative 3. And y cubed times 1/3 3 times 1/3 is 1. So finally simplified, you can say minus 5w squared over x cubed times y. That's how we simplify these. Hope that you learned something on this one, and this was the basics of radicals and exponents. Thank you.